So the most powerful tool in a filmmaker's arsenal isn't a camera, isn't a lens, an audio recorder, or even a gimbal. It's something that took me 13 years to figure out, and to be honest, it's still something that I don't always get right. But before I dive into what that is, what's up storytellers, Jared with an I here. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about helping passionate filmmakers become confident storytellers. So if you're into that sort of thing, it would mean so much if you consider liking and subscribing. So I had a wedding this past Sunday, literally yesterday as I'm recording this. Honestly, this was one of the first weddings where I didn't overthink every little detail, if you can believe it. I made a declaration to myself before going into this event that I just wanted to be present. I just wanted to create with intention. I wanted to let the couple's personality and the authentic moments of the day steer my camera and just get me out of the way completely. Because so often at every single wedding, I'm in my head. I'm overthinking the exposure. I'm overthinking whether or not I turned on the recorder. What lens should I use? Should I zoom in now during this moment, or should I wait and let the moment play out? Or worse, hearing an amazing moment happening in the distance and you're nowhere near it because you're setting up for ceremony. Now, of course, at this past wedding, I wasn't perfect. I still overanalyzed certain aspects of the day. I think that's natural. It's going to happen because you ultimately care about the end product. If you're anything like me, you definitely have a tendency to put this unnecessary mountain of pressure on yourself, set higher than normal expectations, and then when things go south, you make an elementary mistake. Your inner monologue just simply tears you a new one, especially on the wedding day. Because wedding filmmaking is hard, all right? It's hard. It's hard to capture weddings beautifully. So what is this powerful tool and how can you harness it to create better wedding films? And I don't know if this is the answer you were hoping for, but it's just slowing down. And you might be thinking, well, how exactly is that a tool? Well, slowing down is a tool because it puts you in control, not just of your camera, but of your mindset, of your energy, how you react, and ultimately how you make filmmaking decisions. It's not about just remaining calm on the wedding day and keeping your mind free from second guessing yourself. It's honestly a huge creative advantage because it helps you connect deeper to what's happening in front of you. It helps you see things more clearly and ultimately create better shots. Because when you rush, you're overthinking what's next instead of being present in what's right now. This tool really helps you observe people's emotions, the body language, the quiet in-between moments that tell a more powerful story than the obvious ones. You want to take the day as it comes versus trying to always think about the next thing. Because slowing down allows you to compose rather than just capture. It gives you time to think about the framing, the lighting, the lens choice, your movement. And rushed filmmaking leads to shaky, busy, oftentimes unusable clips, and more criticism on yourself later on in the edit. Now, of course, there's a time and a place where shaky footage serves the story, but slowing down actually helps you think when it's necessary and beneficial in the moment, and increases its effectiveness and helps you build more immersive scenes throughout the day. And another great way to slow down this year is to simply outsource your wedding films to a trusted team like Uncut Gems. They are a high-quality video editing service that has helped me kick backlog in the face, free up time in my business, and allow me the opportunity to slow down. This year is all about slowing down with how I create, slowing down with how I am just being more intentional and present in my life. And without Uncut Gems, having a quality team to take a lot of the heavy workload off of my plate, I wouldn't be able to. And right now, if you are someone who is just in a sea of backlog and you don't see a way out, consider Uncut Gems. They have been kind enough to offer you guys 65% off on your first edit. So head over to Uncut Gems right now and use my code Wayward65 at checkout so that you can kick backlog in the face and get back to spending time with your crying baby. I think one thing that slowing down does really well for me is it helps me be more emotionally grounded. I used to honestly think I was dead inside when I would be filming weddings, especially in the early years, because I just didn't feel anything. I was not invested emotionally to what was happening in front of me because I was just so caught up in the technicality of creating. And I was creating for the wrong reason at the time. I was honestly just existing in the chaos instead of truly being present in the moment. And look, I get it. It's easy to fall into that because you are responsible for taking this wedding day, turning it into a beautiful work of art, delivering on your client's expectations, trying to exceed that expectation. And it's incredibly easy to get trapped and caught up in delivering on that promise And so you create all this unnecessary pressure for yourself because you want to do a good job. But when you take time to just breathe, let moments breathe on the wedding day. Slowing down gives you a chance to actually feel in the moment, to catch things, to see the details. Emotionally grounded filmmakers make emotionally grounded films. And ultimately, it helps you make better decisions under pressure. Give yourself space to breathe and assess so that you're able to be less reactive emotionally and more intuitive. Now, you also want to be reactive on the wedding day, but only within the right circumstances. You don't want to be reactive to your frustrations over those little mistakes. You want to give yourself some grace there. But you do want to be reactive in these situations where you need to be reactive from a filmmaking perspective, whether it's swapping out the right lens during a high stakes moment like the bride walking down the aisle. So that kind of reactions and reactive capabilities is absolutely necessary. Or repositioning a light during the speeches, or getting all your tripods and your audio hooked up 5 minutes before the ceremony. All of those things come with experience and building your resilience within those unpredictable moments. And the last and my personal favorite, when you just slow down on the wedding day. You're not just recording out of fear that you'll miss a moment. You're honestly filming with purpose. This means less redundant footage of bride and groom prep, more consistency within your shots, the way you expose, the way you frame. And ultimately, it helps you create stronger stories. And I'll be honest, this all comes with time. Knowing what moments are pivotal, what moments are most important to your couple, and ultimately what shots are going to yield a more memorable experience. Slowing down is one of the most powerful things you can do on the wedding day, but it's not always easy. It's honestly something that you grow into, because even after 13 years, it's still a constant practice at every single wedding, because there are unique factors at every single wedding. You don't know how people are going to react. You don't know how the photographer is going to navigate the day. Is it going to impede in your process? Is it going to be very complicated to work together? What speed bumps are you going to run in on the wedding day? And while slowing down helps you see more clearly and anticipate moments, it also requires confidence. And that comes from really knowing your gear inside and out, being familiar with navigating a chaotic wedding, and having that experience navigating those unpredictable moments. And the more that you master the unpredictable, the easier it will be to not rush the process. Taking that deep breath and telling the story the way it deserves to be told. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful and valuable in some way, it'd mean a lot if you consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, keep creating and telling beautiful stories. Peace.